Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. Real estate is crashing harder and foreclosure filings are up, and you want to understand where to pivot, how to make a ton of money from this, and how to protect yourself. So we're going to dive into this story out of Zero Hedge, but I want to put a link down below to the tax lien course, and I want to teach you how to beat the banks. That is the lowest price course in the country, and it is by far the best because after I created it, I made sure because I bought up all those courses for $1,000. $2,000. There are actually some courses out there that cost $50,000, which include coaching. I think it's disgusting. You can beat the bank in interest rates and sit at home and literally get on your computer, sign up for these auctions, and buy and win these bids. And then magic internet money shows up in your mailbox. But it's not magic. It's not internet money. It's guaranteed money from the government for you loaning money to pay people's taxes. It's a short-term loan, and it's amazing. So check it out. Links down below. All right. Foreclosures. U.S. foreclosure filings have jumped 17% in Q3. There were 513,000 properties with foreclosure filings across the U.S. During the third quarter of 2025, which is now up 17% from a year back. Real estate analytics company Adam said this on October 9th. One in every 1,402 houses nationwide are now in foreclosure in Q3, the company said. Florida had the highest foreclosure rate, with one in every 814 housing units having, this is following 2008 perfectly, or 2006, sorry. In Florida, one in every 814 units, right? This is followed by Nevada because of not Northern Nevada, but Southern Nevada, Las Vegas, okay? Just like 2006, 2007. Then South Carolina, Illinois, and Delaware. Now, among 225 metropolitan statistical areas with a population of at least 200,000 individuals, the highest foreclosure rate was seen in Lakeland, which is located in Florida, followed by Columbia in South Carolina, Cape Coral, Florida, and Cleveland, Ohio. Let me stop real quick because just throwing this out there. Yes, type yes or no if as I'm talking about this, you're thinking, oh man, foreclosure filings are up, so I want to start going to foreclosure auctions. I'm just curious if that's popped into your head as we're talking about this story, because a lot of you and myself have been waiting. We've been watching this boom, and it's like, all right, hold on, it's gonna crash. Get ready. It started to top. Now we're well into the downward slide. Right now, the media is picking it up. All right. Now I see Neil saying yes. I want to caution you if you want. So a buddy of mine that taught me about tax liens and tax deeds. He's a subscriber to this channel and an incredibly successful investor. He makes like over $300,000 a year. His name's Raul. I'm just ousting him right now. Everyone say hello to Raul. I might just be making that name up, just so you know. So I'm just making up a name. Or maybe it's close, or maybe it's the real one. But I just don't want to embarrass him because he's super shy, but he's really successful. And he used to work in the oil fields. And in 2015, he went and bought his first tax lien. He started learning about tax liens because you'd see that stuff online. And you're like, is it really real? Because they're talking about guaranteed returns. So he goes to this auction, and he said there was this long hall at this government building, and there was these signs. And one sign said there was a foreclosure auction, right? And it had an arrow, and he looks in, and it's packed, totally packed with people wanting to go buy these homes on foreclosure from the banks at auction. And everyone thinks that that's how you make the money, but it's actually not. Down the hall, there was another one that said tax auction. He went in there and he started learning about these. And the starting bid, now think about this, when a home goes to foreclosure through a bank, the starting bid is what is owed to the bank, and obviously any other fees and things that the bank has to take care of. So let's say on a $500,000 house, it was purchased a handful of years ago. There's like a $350,000 mortgage that was originally pulled, and now there's like $326,000 on it, let's say, right? The starting bid would be that and their fees. Whereas you go to the tax foreclosure site auction, the starting on the same priced home, and let's say somebody owed like $10,000 in back taxes, the starting bid on that home is $10,000 plus the fees associated with the auction for the same price home. And this is what nobody understands. The mortgage company, if there was a mortgage on that property, the tax deed, it gets completely wiped because that sticks with the owner. It doesn't stick with the property. When it goes to tax deeds, you're able to go and bid on it. And there are people bidding against you that are working for the bank, because the bank can't go in there and they don't send people. They hire companies to bid for them so that they can recapitalize all their losses. But if you win those, the bank's out. If they don't win that auction, they're completely out. People don't understand that. Now, that's tax deeds, right? I started talking about tax liens, which are really important. But let's dive back into the story, because I think everyone should start with tax liens. And I will tell you this, if everything in my life detonated, I lost everything, right? Some horrible financial tragedy happened, right? Because those do happen. We want to set ourselves up for success. That's why I have multiple companies, LLC holding companies, trusts, all that stuff, right? But if I'd start all over again, I'd start in tax liens. Okay. So, but let's dive back into the story, because real estate's collapsing even more. Um, it says, during the first half of 2025, um, there were a total of 187,000 foreclosure filings which made up 5.8% from back a year ago, right? According to Adam. Here's a quote. It's interesting. In 2025, we've seen a consistent pattern of foreclosure activity trending higher, with both starts and completions posting year over year increases, right? Thank you, Kev, for the super chats. Thanks for the squirrel comment too. It's so true. Now, the CEO of Adams goes on to say this: while these figures remain within a historically reasonable range, the persistence of this trend can be an earlier indicator of emerging borrower strain in some areas. Now, it's interesting when people and companies put out these warnings, it's like this real like quiet. It looks like we may be seeing something happening. You see that with our, Redfin, Zillow, and all that stuff. The reason why is they don't want to piss off and push away their main, income source, and that is real estate agents and people looking to buy or sell homes, right? So they always go like really easy, but we're well into it. That's the truth. And in fourth quarter next year, you're going to see even more filings. Everywhere I go looking at real estate, days on market is just exploding higher. Um, uh, Sellers are capitulating and dropping prices. The only homes I'm seeing sold are the ones, because homes just aren't being priced low enough yet, are the homes that have been sitting for like 90 days. They do a pretty aggressive, 5 to 10% price decrease, and boom, there you go. And it's important, it sells, and so that tells you the weakness of the market, and that's going to keep getting worse, as the stock market just took a header on Friday, right? Crypto took a header. Remember, that's less money that people have to go and buy homes, pay mortgages, all that stuff. There are a lot of people, and it's a sad thing that were highly leveraged in the stock market Friday and in the crypto market that are completely wiped out. That wealth effect just affected hundreds of thousands of Americans nationwide. That's going to play out into all kinds of markets, including the real estate market, over the next 90 days. We're going to see all this. It's going to get worse as Trump has to go and take out China because they've gotten too big for their britches, trade wise. Type one if you agree with that. And when you're typing one, only type one if you're like, I understand we're going to go through pain, but we have to go through this short-term pain to have long-term gain. To go and stop this, knock these guys off the hill, trade wise, you're going to see all kinds of downturns over the next 3 months. So this is the time to be like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. That was an interesting reference. Oh, that's not China. Well, whatever. But my point being is that's where we are. And we're just waiting and watching, and we're going to pounce. I wish I had my cougar here. And no, now I'm not talking. I'm not even gonna bring that one up. Okay, so I hope you got something out of this. If you want to learn about liens, it will change your life. If you put in a little bit of work, you take the course, you learn how to do the auctions, you sign up for them, you put your deposit down, you win it, and then you wait for the check. Because I'm not joking, it's literally as easy as once you win, you wait for the check because it's guaranteed to come in, because the government says, hey, if within the certain period of time that we set that the person doesn't pay their taxes back, because you put put up the money for them, we're going to auction the house, and so you're giving them extra time, but it's guaranteed within a certain amount of time you're going to get your money back with a stupid high interest rate. I mean, we're talking 12 to 36%, and in a lot of cases you can get penalty fees on top of that. It's just stupid. And I got so many students making money, so I can't be more proud of that, honestly. So I just want to give you guys value and have you figure out ways to make money during these sort of crouching tiger, hidden dragon things. So then you have more money to go and just absolutely dominate the real estate market as this crash happens. We're gonna be an army of happy people with money crushing it. If you agree with that, just type Ninja Nation down below. With that being said, the Economic Ninja, woo, is out. We gotta go. Gotta go.